Thank you so much for staying tuned to Diamond TV. My name is Francesca and welcome to this week's episode of The Digest. Ever heard of the saying, look within and not around you to decide what to do? Well, this is the story of Mwangala Maunga, an adolescent that invented a water purifier at the age of 12 in a bid to respond to Sustainable Development Goal SDG number 6, clean water and sanitation. Mangala shares with the Digest team about what motivated her invention and some of the accolades that she has received so far.
Okay, so my full name is Mwangala Maunga. I'm 16 years old. I'm turning 17 in December. I'm in grade 12. Oh, anyway, I'm a candidate. I stopped calling myself a grade 12 candidate. I'm a candidate, and I go to Roma Girls Secondary School, and I have 2 younger brothers.
Who is Mangala?
I feel like that's one of the big, like when I'm asked like who is Mwangala, it's not so easy to explain because I'm a very complex type of human being, but I consider myself an anomaly in a good way because I find myself doing things that most people wouldn't actually do or taking interest in what most people my age right now don't usually think about. And I'm also very innovative, determined, I'm hardworking, and I love making work look fun. Yes, it can be studying, it can be coming up with a new idea, but I like making it fun. So basically, I'm a fun person. I don't think I have a favorite subject, but I really like math, though sometimes it doesn't like me back. I really like math. I enjoy physics and chemistry and biology and computer science, computer studies at school, as well as commerce, because I'm in a class that takes commerce, accounts, and literature. So the subjects that I take at school really also influence the type of person that I am. It's like a contributing factor, because the subjects that I've mentioned are very interactive and they require me to they give me knowledge and understanding on how to interact with people in different spheres of life. I think it was because of the cholera outbreak that happened, is it 2017 into 2018? Because I saw how a lot of people are dying, and just looking at how the water crisis is in our country and in our continent at large, I thought it would be a good idea to come up with something that is cost effective, that is not so complicated to understand and to use, because I was also keeping in mind the people that, say for example, they don't go to school, they don't understand all these complicated science things. So it's basically, my biggest inspiration to innovate comes from the compassion that I have to help people who are in situations that are worse than mine, and just being helpful, being resourceful among people gives me a certain feeling about I can actually do this, and if I put my mind to something, I'll definitely do it. So basically, the invention of the solar water purifier was for the people by one person. I guess I've always been interested in knowing things, like the feeling of knowing stuff. Not being a know-it-all, but like the feeling of knowing stuff and learning is just, I don't even know, I don't think I have the words to describe how I feel when I get to learn something new, and I get to, how I get to interact with different people. Okay, so the way I got the idea for the solar water purifier, I remember I was in class, I started drawing it behind my science book. I still have the science book, I just don't know where I put it. I drew it behind my book and I wrote the concept below the diagram that I had drawn. And I showed it to my friend. I'm like, look, don't you think this works? She's like, it will never work, just forget about it. But then, you know, when something is inside you and it's always like, it keeps on coming back, then you have to do it eventually. So that's how I wrote my exam in grade 6, my grade 7 exam in grade 6, and I passed. And when I went to Roma Girls, I joined the Jets Club. So upon joining the Jets Club, I picked up some ideas from there. I picked up some of the ideas that I got from all the previous interactions I had, and I put it together to make it like an almost finished product. And that's what I entered into the Powerpuff Girls competition. At first, I didn't even believe that I actually had won the competition, because we were signing up just for the fun of it. I asked my mom, like, may I please use your phone? I need to sign up for something. Then I showed her what I did to sign up, and I just sent pictures of the diagram and an explanation about what it's actually about. And that's how come I was chosen as the winner in the science and tech category. Then I went to South Africa on an all expenses paid trip. I got to meet the 2 other girls that won in the other categories, Uviwe and Daniela. And we've been friends since. I kind of made new friends that time. It was such an enlightening experience, because for the first time, I can say, the first time I ever flew and it was on my account, that's like a bonus type of thing. So when I got there, we learned a lot, we had a lot of interviews, we had so much fun. But most of all, I saw a certain area in which us as Zambians, we lack in. Because they have this place, it's a science recreational center, it's called Saibono. It's so cool. I can't stress how cool that place is. It encompasses all the careers you could think of. It's there. So that's one thing that I had taken with me from there, to say, I feel like when I'm in a position where I can make decisions, this would probably be the first thing I would advocate for, because of what I had seen in another country. Because even the attitude that we have as young people towards science and technology, it's only for the super brainy kids or the super smart kids, that whole stereotype thing. That's kind of like where it all started from, because that's the one thing that I took away from my trip. Looking at what other countries are doing for their youth, and looking at what my country is doing for their youth. And if you want to get something done, you have to do it yourself. So I thought, because I have a lot of things planned for after grade 12. No, I'm going to advocate for this, I'm going to advocate for that. But that one, I think I just have to make sure we have a science recreational facility. Yes, we have the National Science Center, but I feel like it needs more attention, and it needs to be brought to the knowledge of the young people around us.
So my name is Mwangala Maunga, and Mwangala is my firstborn daughter. I've got 3 kids, Mwangala being the girl and 2 boys. It began in 2006 when Mwangala was doing grade 6. So she came up to me and told me about this competition that was running on DStv and that she was interested. So, you know, being a parent, sometimes we easily get irritated with some things, and you just want to, just do away with it and move on with what you're doing. So she asked me for the phone and I gave her. I think that's when she entered into the competition. And months later, I got a call from MultiChoice, South Africa, asking if my daughter had entered into a competition. And then I realized, that was the competition. So I said, okay, yes, she did. So they were like, we are pleased to inform you that she actually won in the science and tech category. I was like, okay, is this kind of a prank or something? Yeah, so I said, okay, if you are interested, do the following for us, and we'll get back to you with more details. So I was excited on her behalf. She wasn't home actually. So when she came back from school, I told her about the news, and she was happy, and the rest is history. And here we are now. It's been quite a journey.
Of course it is. I mean, it's not even hard. It's totally normal, because I've grown up in an environment where all ideas are welcome and all ideas are contributed. It's like a major contribution. My brother, my immediate younger brother, really loves to draw, and he's very good at it. So that's how come me and my parents chose to support him, because it's something that he loves to do, and it's not strange if it's how does it become strange for a young girl at 10 to invent stuff, but a young boy at 10 to draw? It's not at all strange. It just depends on the interest and the environment that we live in. So environment is very important. But even the interest as an individual, my interest, I've always wanted to know how things work. Even how does this move? Why was this created? How does it work? There's all sorts of questions. Yes, those awards were like a springboard for more opportunities, because the following year in July, I was awarded the Emerging Young Emerging African Leader Award by Push Women Network. Last year, I won the Genius Education Youngest STEM Change Maker, and a lot of other certificates, a lot of other opportunities to speak in front of people, to share my story, and to give my views on various issues that affect us. So basically, it was just a springboard. I already knew what to do, because it's not now. I haven't just started being in a social media space or in a media space when I won the competition, even way back. From as young as 5 years old, I used to feature in a lot of adverts. Well, thanks to my mom, I used to feature in a lot of adverts, and that's how come I got used to speaking to a lot of people, and that's how come I find I'm never shy around people, because I love people. I'm a people person. I really love interacting with people, and all these opportunities and accolades have given me the platform to interact with people from different walks of life, and for us to share ideas and to see how people who share the same views, values, and beliefs, and we just have a common cause. That's how come I have made those interactions with most people. Yes. I learned that you can only bring down someone if you're not sure about yourself. Because if people continuously bully you, then they've seen something in you. It's up to you to believe that person that they're telling you to be, oh no, because you feel like you're all that. If I'm not going to feel like I'm all that, who's going to feel like I'm all that on my behalf? No one. So the lesson that I've taken home is I have to be strong, and I have to brave on with whatever comes my way. And I also have to look to God for direction, because if it wasn't for God, I don't think I would have been here today. If it wasn't for all the blessings that He keeps on sending my way, I don't think I would be the person that I am today. And I have learned the power of humility and being a person that doesn't choose the people she wants to be around. Like I've already said, I love people. So me interacting with all these people actually built more compassion for me towards people and how much I interact with them. And basically, yes, that's what I took from the recognition. With concerns to my career, right now I'm in a spiral. I want to be an engineer. No, I want to do this, but I really want to be someone of value in the world, someone whose contribution matters. And since that I'm seeing that I'm already in a STEM, in a course to do STEM and whatever, but then I'll shock everyone with what I'm going to study, because I feel like you can like something, but not be so good at it. So with concerns to my career, I guess we just have to wait and see in the future, because I really want to do software engineering. I love computers so much, but it's easy to learn computers because of the environment that we're in now. We can learn it off YouTube, use the internet for whatever. But yes, right now we just say, I'm not so sure. I'm still debating and looking at my strengths and weaknesses.
Wow. If I'm to borrow the brother's words, he usually tells Mwangala, don't disappoint. You are our plug to a better living. I aspire greater things for her. Already there are so many things that are coming her way. We've gotten so many invitations. You know, we have organizations that wants to work with her. By the way, she has her own foundation called the Girl Power Platform. So we have engaged a lot of girls. We want to work with a lot of girls, a lot of schools actually, to try and, you know, bring out the best in a girl child in terms of them showcasing their talent or their interests.
So what I would urge my friends who are in situations where they've been forced into early child marriages, they are teens and they are pregnant, I would advise them to take full advantage of the free education that is now being offered right now, because you have the opportunity to better yourself. Your situation doesn't define the person that you are. You have to continuously remind yourself that you are worth being in this world and your contribution to this world matters. You can come from whatever background, whatever situation that you're coming from. It is possible to continue going to school. It's possible to get good grades. It's possible for you to go to university. There's nothing that's impossible as long as you put your mind to it. And when you find yourself in a situation where you feel helpless, talk to someone that you trust. It could be, for example, we have young girls that get pregnant in school during the time they're in school, and they have to leave school to go and take care of their babies. But then there are also those ones that just genuinely don't want to go to school. But then we have to continuously push them and encourage girls like that to see the value of education, because it's not only education, even the power of your voice, how you use your voice for the greater good, and how you can use your story to inspire someone else. Because yes, you've gotten pregnant as a teenager, use your story to empower other girls, and to empower other girls to say, if I can come out of such a situation, you can too. And we need to support each other as young ladies and young women, and women everywhere basically. We just need to support each other, because we're now looking to our mothers, we're looking to our aunties to provide advice for us to grow up to be young, independent, successful women. So I would encourage them to go back to school and put in their best. You may not be top of the class, but if you're doing something that you know it's very good for you, and it contributes to your well-being, then I feel like they should go for it. Take full advantage of the opportunity of free education, because Nelson Mandela said, is it education, something about education being the key to success, and then how education, no one can ever take away your education from you, because no one can ever take away your knowledge from you. On that paper, your Greater certificate, it's going to be written your name, your degree, your name, your PhD, it's going to be your name. No one will ever use it other than you. So if you're willing to grab that opportunity with both hands and make the best of it, do so.
First of all, I would encourage mothers to be friends with their children. My kids are my friends. We do a lot of things together, and I've let them to be kids. to do their own things and encourage them. Mwangala loves to do all these things. I discovered her talent when she was really young. Like she mentioned, she's appeared in adverts, she's done all these, little teen things. I've encouraged her to do that because I've seen the potential that she has. My second born son, he loves art. At first, I would get so irritated because every other day I would be picking up papers, trying to tidy up his room. But then I discovered this is a boy who loves art. When I look at what he draws, it's amazing. How I wish I could show you, but it's amazing. So I've actually enrolled him in some art school for kids to encourage him do what he loves to do. So to mothers out there, please encourage your kids in whatever field that you feel, okay, they are interested in. Please give them the support. They need you. Create time for them. I know we live in a busy world, but I'm equally a busy person, but believe me, I have time to spend with my kids. We talk about a lot of things. For us, meal time is family time. That's where we talk about a lot of things. They will tell you anything, starting from whatever happened at school. My youngest tells me each and every detail of happenings at school. And I listen. I have time to listen and encourage them and, just being a friend.
What do I want from Zambia? I want to see an environment that's conducive for the young women and men out there to thrive. A supportive nation that does not bring down people, but actually lifts them up. The Zambia I would want to see is one that takes young people's voices and opinions very seriously. And by very seriously, I mean very, very seriously. Because there are a lot of young people in Zambia who have such amazing ideas, but they haven't been given the platform to express their ideas and express their views. And I feel like once we give the younger generation the opportunity to be in leadership or decision-making positions, there will be a great change in the Zambian atmosphere. And I would encourage us to keep encouraging each other and pushing ourselves to be the best version of ourselves so that we can see our country grow. My appeal to the government, the stakeholders, and everybody who's in decision-making positions, please listen to me. I re-emphasize, please invest into resource centers for the young people in each and every province in Zambia. Why I'm saying so is because I earlier talked about Saibono. It's an educational facility that focuses on all sorts of careers, not just science and technology, not just sports and recreation activities, but even art. Because we have a lot of people in Zambia, and there are a lot of young people in Zambia who are good at so many different things. Please create us the opportunity, give us the opportunity to have an environment where we can thrive in all our different spheres. I'm appealing, I re-emphasize that please, please, please invest in the young people today, because we're the future leaders. As far as I'm concerned, I'm already a leader. There's no such a thing as future leaders or leaders of tomorrow. We're leaders of the now. So please take into consideration all our appeals, and I hope and pray that something will be done, because there's a lot of untapped into talent in Zambia, and there's a lot of people that have so many different ideas, but they don't have the opportunity or the platform in which to express their ideas. Secondly, if in an event that you do build these resource centers and all these educational centers for where people can express their talents, express themselves, whether it's through art, through innovation and all that stuff, it will reduce greatly on the time spent on doing illicit activities that are now a thing of, it's a common thing that we do now. So if you put us in an environment where we can have fun, enjoy it, and make something out of it, and not just engage in all these, engage in activities that are potentially harmful to ourselves, give us the opportunity and the platform to keep our minds busy. Thank you.
We surely hope Mwangala's story has unleashed the beast in you to continue aspiring and working towards achieving your vision. As always, we do appreciate your feedback. You can drop us an inbox on our Facebook page, Diamond TV Zambia, or alternatively, drop us an email at documentaries@diamondtvzambia.com. Thank you so much for the pleasure of your company. Goodbye.